to Science, Jadavpur University. A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, young friends. We are all set for a day-long event of a lot of excitement with so many young minds who are the future of the country participating in a competition which will be definitely healthy. And the name, of course, suggests that it's a hackathon. At the end of the day, a hackathon is generally to have all these bright minds together who work as software specialists or IT specialists to put their minds together to create another functioning software to fight a menace that might plague any one of us today. As we all know that we are driven by technology, we have been driven by technology for many, many years now. We live in an age of information, we live in an age of data, in an age of big data where there is so much of data, there's a plethora of data happening all around us. And while we use such data, big data, primarily for the good of mankind, to do good for man, equally pervasive all around us are groups of people out to outsmart us and use that data for means which are capable of ruining us as individuals, as community, as society, or even as nation. And this competition today is aimed at finding solutions to such menace. What we are actually driving at is whatever I've said. We are talking of cybercrime. And cybercrime has become more dynamic and is becoming more pervasive every day. The common people are at the risk of exposure to these kind of crimes. And we need to nurture today an ecosystem where in partnership with the private sector cybercrime specialist and the guardians of preventing cybercrime, which in the city is the city police or in the state is the state police, it's a time that they got together into a partnership to explore a talent pool. I think here the Kolkata police is finally looking at a talent pool of such brilliant young boys and girls who would work in tandem with Kolkata police and assist them in fighting this cyber menace that is plaguing mankind around the world. And it's very nice that these young boys and girls in large numbers on this beautiful morning have responded to the call of the Kolkata police and the IEM labs to participate in Hackathon 2022. So, with these few words, we shall greet our dignitaries at the dais with saplings. And I would request Sri Praveen Prakash, Deputy Commissioner, Cybercrime, Kolkata Police, to do the honors for us, please. We begin with our very special guests, Dr. Shanghumitra Bandyopadhyay, the Director of the Indian Statistical Institute, Padma Shri, Dr. Shanghumitra Bandyopadhyay, and we have Professor Parthopratim Chakraborty, iconic Professor of Computer Science, former Director of the Indian Institute of Technology at Kharagpur. And then, of course, we have Professor Ujjwal Maulik, Professor from the Department of Computer Science, Jadavpur University. We have the Learned Commissioner of Police of Kolkata, Shri Vineet Kumar Goyal. And then, of course, we have the rest of our dignitaries. So I will have to check. Shri Ellen Meena, Additional Commissioner of Police, Shri Muralidhar Sharma, Joint Commissioner Crime, Kolkata Police, Shri Randhir Kumar, Secretary, Information Technology to the Government of West Bengal and Managing Director of Webble, Shri Hari Kishore Kusumakar, Additional Commissioner of Police. We have Shri Ritik Lal, the Chief Technical Officer of IEM Labs. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Right. We shall now light the ceremonial lamp here, the inaugural lamp, and leading the dignitaries here will be Parthapratim Chakraborty, former director of the Indian Institute of Technology. But I think there's nothing called lighting because fire lighting is not allowed. So we shall do it once again. Here is technology. Together. There we go. A big hand, please. I shall now request Shri Hari Kishore Kusumakar, Additional Commissioner of Police, to greet everyone with his welcome address.
Lieutenant Commissioner of Police, Sri Vineet Kumar Goel, Professor Parthapratim Chakraborty, IIT Kharagpur, Dr. Sangmitra Bandyopadhyay, Director ISCI, Professor Ujjwal Maulik, Jadavpur University, Sri Randhir Kumar, MD Webel and Secretary IT, Government of West Bengal, Sri Ritik Lal, CEO ITM Lab, my colleague Sri Ellen Meena, Sri Muralidhar, other officers, senior officers from Kolkata Police, guests, and friends from the media. This is my proud privilege to welcome all of you in this first edition of Kolkata Police Hackathon 2022. We are organizing this hackathon in association with CSTOE, Government of West Bengal, and IEM Labs, Kolkata. This is the first event of its kind organized by us, and it is a brainchild of our Commissioner of Police, Sri Vineet Goel, and our DC Cyber, Praveen Prakash. The idea behind this event is primarily to identify competent resources among young technology enthusiasts and seek their assistance with their technical inputs in various technology-related crimes. This is all the more important because these days criminals are using technology in a big way, and hence we also need to improve our capacity in technical skill category. Since IT is fast-changing subject, at times we don't have enough expertise within us, and we need to look for expertise outside department. And I sincerely hope this event helps us in identifying those talent available outside, which we can use in investigation of our crimes, some technical with their technical inputs. Thank you very much. I hope all of you enjoy this event.
Thank you, Sri Hari Kishore Kusumakar. We have with us Secretary of Information Technology to the Government of West Bengal and Managing Director of Webble, Sri Randhir Kumar. Would you please address the audience, please?
Good morning, friends. I'm pleased to be here with you to this very timely event organized by Calcutta Police, an organization you all know whose name instills fear in all lawbreakers. First of all, I would like to express my deepest appreciation to Mr. Vineet Goel, the Commissioner of Police, Kolkata, and Praveen Prakash, DCP Cybercrime, Kolkata Police, for their leadership in enabling young Kolkatan and getting this event done over here. And thank you all for your participation. And congratulations to our young innovators for being selected for this hackathon. I'm sure your team, you will learn a lot during this event, and we look forward to excellent results. We are living in a period of rapid change driven by innovation and technology. Our ability to absorb and use related information will depend on how fast and how often we learn. I'm confident that these kind of innovative hackathons, if organized often, will give us opportunity to discover and adapt new technology to cope with the change and overcome the current and future challenges of our industry and beyond. You know, India is one of the innovation giant in the world so far as information technology is concerned. Under the new Digital India scheme, the government has an ambitious goal to accelerate the private sector-led economic growth and increase productivity through promoting industrialization and attaining a structural shift with the aim of growing exports of IT services and IT products by leaps and bounds. In order to achieve this goal, our young innovators have a role to play in tackling existing industrial challenges and developing technology-based solutions with social impact. Now let me come to what is hackathon. In today's competitive era, every company out there is looking for innovation to increase their productivity. So hackathon is basically an event where a group of talented people like you from various fields sit together to revolutionize the world. Such events are carried out for a very short period of time, maybe 24 hours or 48 hours. You can say that hackathon is a sort of competition where teams of developer, techie, graphic designer, digital enthusiasts, and software engineers gather to build a new product software and to solve the problem of our daily life or in a particular field. And so to say here, the challenges which Kolkata Police is facing in the field of cybercrime. Hackathon and these type of events gives rise to innovation. When hackathon events are held, many people from different fields, and because of such diversity of participants, many new and different ideas are born to solve a particular problem. Every single participant adds their input to solving the problem in a very effective manner. You know, many companies look forward to creative and innovative employees, and by organizing, they do hackathon in the internal team also to select some young innovative guy or some innovative guy who can solve a particular problem. It also gives you opportunity to meet new people and make friends. Hackathon helps in increasing API adoption. You know, government of India and our state government, we have got our own open API platform called API Setu. I would request all the participants here, you can look at it at your leisure time, and you can get open API from there so that you can use the data under National Data Policy 2012, which is freely available over web, data.gov.in, and use it for your purpose. You know, IT department, Government of West Bengal provides all sort of support in this area. We also keep on organizing such hackathons, and we in West Bengal have our own cybersecurity center of excellence. We started with a program that we implemented aiming at empowering youth in West Bengal to build a innovative community that is confident in its ability to solve its own community challenges by making smart use of abundant opportunities around us. The program like NASCOM 10,000 Startup, which we are running in IT department, and BCCI Startup, has helped a big number of young people to become entrepreneurs and created more than 1,000 jobs. IT department also has incubator labs that will help to find quicker solutions for pressing issues. You'll be pleased to know that we are soon going to have our own Webel 5G and Orion research lab in all our universities in West Bengal, wherever they are teaching electronics and communication or telecommunication engineering in the state of West Bengal. And we will be the first one in the country to do so. And by that, we will be able to create a pool of talent who will be 5G ready when the 5G will be rolled out in a year or so. And anyway, West Bengal is known for producing talents in all fields. We also have our own Webel Fujiwara Center of Excellence, which works on Industry 4.0, which works on AI and 3D printing technology. And I invite you all to see their website and enroll if you desire. And I can tell you, whoever has been trained in that Webel Fujiwara Center of Excellence have got very good job in big corporates. I would like to end my speech by reaffirming the commitment of IT department and government of West Bengal to support Kolkata police and all of you to increase the competitiveness and cyber security related awareness of our youth. I'm really thankful to Kolkata police for inviting me today amongst you. I wish you success and look forward to results of this hackathon. Thank you.
Randhir Kumar, Secretary, Information Technology. Thank you very much. We have with us Senior Professor of the Department of Computer Sciences at Jadavpur University, Professor Ujjwal Maulik. Sir, would you say a few words, please?
Good morning, all. I didn't expect that I need to speak someone. I was thinking that I will sit idle. Thank you, Police Commissioner and Professor Chakraborty. He is our teacher, so he will speak more than us. Professor Bandyopadhyay is there. So I can tell you a little bit of my experience in my university. So, and all young students from different parts of the, I think, state, and all dignitaries in the dais and outside the dais. So whenever any student come to Jadavpur University, especially in our department, so first we tell them, along with your course, try to learn coding. So we have a coding club, fantastic coding club. So any student who is struggling, then they go to the coding club. And then we suggest them participate in some hackathon. Okay, so that's the second step. Okay, recently I have a student from NUS Singapore. Actually, he was doing a project with me. I'm a very young student, so first year. So then I thought that I shouldn't pull her too much into our subject. So I told you, go to the club and participate into the hackathon. And then when you are in the third year, maybe you have a brilliant idea. So you start your incubation. So I think you are already in the second stage. So all of you are maybe fantastic coders. So hackathon is the next step. So I hope some of you tomorrow will come with some brilliant idea and we'll have some incubation. And then after some time, you can have your own company. And today, this is a big country, India, you know, and the government cannot give so much job. So if you have your own company, even if you can give 10 jobs, that's great for everybody. So I was a teacher for last 30 years. I never thought I would do a business. But during the COVID, so I couldn't do anything. So some of my students who are CEO of different companies, they told us that you incubation, you mentor so much company with us, so why not to do something together? So last 2 years, we have two companies. One is in AI in healthcare, another is AI in analytics. So you see that a simple teacher can do a lot of things. So you all will be able to do something tomorrow. Regarding the cyber security, I have some idea because I don't work too much into the space. But the idea is that if you see, like, I mean, how world has changes over the year. Like you already know that even Iranian thermal power station was hacked. And they realized it after 1 week, correct? And it's a dangerous thing. And today, any city, if you think about any Indian city or any city in the world, the banking system can be down by 1 day. There are so good hackers everywhere in China, Russia, everywhere around the world. So I was then started talking with one of my junior, who is a professor in US right now. He's very good in cyber security. So I told, so what's the remedy? What we can do? He told, very difficult. Even detecting a cyber attack is sometimes is not very easy thing. It takes time, and within that time your system can be crashed. So he told, maybe one solution is like that. You also produce good cyber attacker. So you know, two countries, when they both have nuclear weapon, they do not attack each other. So that may be the one solution. So today, the war is not only fought on, weapons. they fought on in different ways. So one of them is cyber security. So I think there are other professors, they will tell you more, but I think I congratulate all the students. You are a lot of energy, you came here, you are already in the second step. So hackathon, many companies around the world, they also organize hackathon regularly. I congratulate Kolkata Police, the commissioner, additional commissioner, all of them to present such a big hackathon. And this is the second step. If you have a good idea, you can incubate what we do in IIT and Jadavpur. And then maybe after few years, you have your own company. Correct? And already you know that you are, if you are a very good in cyber thing, you are also helping your country in the long run. So I once again congratulate all of you. So thank you very much. I am also eager to hear PPC and others. So thank you very much once again.
Professor Maulik, thank you very much. We are very eager to hear to our very special guest today, Padma Shri Dr. Shankhamitra Bandyopadhyay, Director of the Indian Statistical Institute. Ma'am, we would hear from you, please.
A very good morning to all of you. Shri Vineet Goyal, Police Commissioner, Kolkata Police Commissioner, Professor Parthapratim Chakraborty, dignitaries on and off the dais. It's a pleasure to be participating in this unique event organized by the Kolkata Police, as I understand for the first time, a hackathon. Very relevant, very timely, and the organization which is conducting this program, very apt. The area, very relevant in cybersecurity in different aspects related to security of cyber systems. We all know today's world, we cannot do without cyber. Everywhere we think of, because of digitization, computerization, whether we like it or not, we are living in a cyber world. We are under constant, monitoring by different corporates, different organizations. We think we are very private individuals. We all realize that we are not. Our mobile, any place we go, it gives me a ping that 3 weeks back you were here. It scares me all at times, that everything is recorded somewhere, where I am going, what I am doing, what transactions happening, and therefore the vulnerability is very high. We all know that it is nowadays, it's becoming easier to bring down organizations, to paralyze systems, and therefore we have to guard against that. And this particular initiative of Kolkata Police, I think we are going to come up with some brilliant solutions today, and will also be able to identify some very potential people who can give very innovative solutions to the problems that we face. My personal belief is that if we are to do very good in this sphere of doing something about cyber attacks, we also have to understand the psychology of the people who are the hackers, who are the attackers, how they think. So a good cybersecurity expert probably also has to understand a lot about social science, a lot about psychology, because in order to do something about these attacks, a good coder, a good cybersecurity expert has to get into the mind of the person who is attacking. And therefore, it is, I think, imperative to look at it not only from the computer science perspective, not only from the coding perspective, but also from the social and the psychological perspective. I come from Indian Statistical Institute, the acronym of which I dare not use here. We have been hacked because of our acronym, ISI. We have been hacked multiple times. Our website gets hacked. So people often confuse us for many different entities. We are an institute where we do a lot of statistics, mathematics, computer science, economics. We also have psychology. We also have social sciences. We have a new center on cryptology and security, which we are trying to strengthen. So I hope solutions which emerge here, solutions which can be useful for the Kolkata police, for the police force in general, for the country, and also for institute like ours, if we can all get together and try to find solutions, because the trouble in the coming years, in the coming days, the wars will be primarily fought in the cyberspace. That is where we have to guard against, because it is very easy, as I said, to bring down any system to its knees unless the systems, the cyber systems, are very closely guarded and protected. I am sure all the participants here are raring to go. This is a hackathon. Their endurance will be tested. Their innovation will be tested. It's a hackers marathon. So best wishes to all the teams. May the best team win. But solutions, I hope, multiple solutions will emerge. Multiple innovative solutions will emerge from today's hackathon. Thank you to the Kolkata Police once again for organizing this wonderful event. I hope this becomes a regular feature. And thanks to all the participants who have come in large numbers for participating here, and I wish all of you the very best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Bandyopadhyay. Ma'am mentioned about cryptology. A little bit of a trivia here. We are talking of hackathon and several other things. In fact, hackathon has various other nomenclatures too. But we are told that the term was first used, this is a small little bit of an information, sometime in June 1999 in Calgary in Canada, when 10 developers were trying to bypass, they were, cryptographic software developers. They were trying to bypass export regulations that was put in place by the United States government to break those barriers and to avoid the legal complications. And that is when they first succeeded in doing that in a cryptographic software development event. And then this term hackathon or hacking was first used in June 1999. So this hackathon is in place for 23 years, the term. Okay, so we get back to the program, and we are eagerly awaiting iconic professor of computer science, former director of the Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, Professor Parthapratim Chakravarti.
Thank you, Biplab. Sri Vinit Kumar Goel, Police Commissioner, Calcutta Police. Professor Sanghamitra Bandyopadhyay, Director, Indian Statistical Institute. Professor Ujjwal Maulik, Senior Officers of the Government and Kolkata Police, Senior Officers, and obviously the VIPs of today who are going to start the session. Seeing this hackathon, I am reminded of about 20 years ago when this concept was initiated at IIT Kharagpur. So as I'm growing old, we start saying stories. So don't get bored, I'll tell you an interesting story. So two of my students developed a software to hack into systems. It was called penetration software, intrusion software. Because we were trying to develop a software for intrusion detection. But if you want to do intrusion detection, you must be able to intrude. You know, James Bond and all these top, Mahesh Babu and all these top people you see in the films, they can defend only because they can attack. If you cannot attack, you cannot defend. So, once we had developed it, we needed money. Like all of you are going to get prizes and things like that. And then, so I went to the director. I was 20 years younger, so I was half my age, half my size, and double my energy. So I said, sir, we need about 20 lakhs. कहाँ से आएगा पैसा? Government का पैसा. How do we know they will do well? You know, as it happens in the government, whenever you ask for permission, you will never get it. The only way to get things done is don't ask for permission. And if they catch you why you didn't ask for permission, you ask for forgiveness. That is easier to get. So we didn't get permission. So students were very unhappy. But I have a semi-criminal mind. So after 10 days, I went to the director, sir, I brought my students. थोड़ा एक चीज दिखाएगा आपको, आपका कंप्यूटर में. So he said, ठीक है, you know, I have a way of telling things. So after some time, I told Nilanjan and others, कर दो. So after some time, director said, अरे मेरा लॉगिन में कैसे घुस गया, मेरा याहू को कैसे घुस गया? ऐसे तो यही तो सर मैं बोल रहा था कि ये सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलप किया है, कुछ पैसा चाहिए, नहीं तो वो लोग क्या बाहर से भी कोई घुस जाएगा आपका सिस्टम में, आईआईटी का सब बर्बाद हो जाएगा. Next day 45 lakhs was sanctioned. And that was the first intrusion detection, penetration testing, vulnerability detection software that was developed out of India. Then they went to make up a startup company. And that startup company was then sold for many, many $1 million. And they are now enjoying themselves, but they have not given me anything. Now, based on what Professor Bandyopadhyay said, among the two people in that team, one would just sit on the computer and continuously look at signatures. What sort of signatures are there? And try to figure out from those signatures how to enter into the system and then how to defend the system. The other was also a computer science student, but his hobby, he was the best magician among the students. And his magic was all based on psychology. So they had developed games through which they could lure people into getting. Nowadays you see now, you get messages, Nigeria say, I will give you $20,000, this, that, those silly games that you see. But there are very sophisticated games also. So you really need to involve many things in today's cyber physical systems. How do I know that because this camera here may be connected to the net? Because it is connected to the net, how do I know that this camera here does not have a gun which can be fired from there right to me on focus? Because everything can be controlled from various other places. Do we remember how Ahmed Shah Massoud was killed in the Afghanistan? He was one of the Afghan warlords and he was killed by a cameraman. In recent times, in the Jerusalem area, there was another firing which happened through a remote controlled gun. So these are now getting commonplace. I've had, with the support of Sri Vinit Kumar Goyal and others, I've had the privilege of meeting with the ground staff of Kolkata Police to really figure out what sort of problems related to cyber crimes they are facing. And the problems are unique. The problems are unique, and I would request the head of Kolkata Police and the rest of the team, if we can camouflage out and we can help you, the academic institutes can help you, convert these to scientific problems by anonymizing things. And if we convert these, we will have new problems of the new age. Not standard textbook problems, boring problems of the standard textbook, but actual problems to solve which can convert things. That is why I would like to tell the students that hackathons are going to be the new way of recruiting people. No more in the next 5-10 years, all these going to the exam hall, writing exams, all that is happening because we are not capable of conducting exams this way. We have learned that way, so we know that way. But very soon, the next generation of students will become teachers, evaluators. And today, most of the startup companies are recruiting only by hackathon. Because that is where your individual capability, your team capability will all matter. How many of you are participating in the second or third hackathon of yours? Please raise your hand. And how many are for the first hackathon? So please remember, when you're in your hackathon, at the end of the day, one is that you have a great idea, but if you don't implement that idea, there is nothing there. So please try to take your solutions to a completion. At least make it working. Show something in it which will excite an evaluator. While you may have a very good idea, plus please get it to work. Engineering is all about trying to ensure that we get something that works. The second thing I will request the organizers, IEM Labs, Kolkata Police and others, that other than the completion today, if there are any other promising people, please give them 7 days to complete. You may not, the prizes are for today, but at least if they get a little more time, maybe they will get a complete product. And if we give them a little more time, after today, after all prize distribution is over, etc., but give them 7 days time to go home and work out a complete solution and share, that will be a very useful thing. So, and the top solutions which are there, like Professor Maulik mentioned, I would request that they be considered in some startups or R&D labs for further nurturing. Because that would be a good way of taking things forward. Because there are now many success stories. Today, there are security innovation labs in many places of the country, including the 3 institutes represented by us here, Jadavpur University, Indian Statistical Institute, IIT Kharagpur. There are also places in other institutes who are known to us. So I would request that the top people nurtured, and as Professor Bandyopadhyay mentioned and Vinit Goyal agreed, that this may be a continuous episode, but we must take future steps to convert all these into products, companies, and organizations. Because I really congratulate Kolkata Police, IEM Labs, and Information Technology Department for doing this very, very unique thing, because this is a very specialized hackathon, a hackathon which is very, very relevant. So for the time being, all of you put your heads down, and all the best. And if you really want to discuss anything in the future at some point in time, I'm sure Professor Bandyopadhyay, Professor Maulik, or me will be very happy. I will also request Calcutta Police, as I mentioned before, to take the help of academic institutions and convert their problems into problems which can be really solved academically, and then into products. So with this, I again congratulate Calcutta Police, but most importantly, all the best to all of you. Have a great day and enjoy yourselves. Whatever you do, enjoy yourselves. But please try to reach a solution and something that works. Thank you. All the best again.
Professor Parthapratim Chakraborty, thank you very much. Very interesting bit of address. I'm sure the young participants here will be enthused by what Professor Chakraborty had said and get going in a very little while from now. We will now hear from Shri Vinit Kumar Goyal, the Learned Commissioner of Police of Kolkata.
Thank you, Professor Parthapratim Chakraborty, Professor Bandyopadhyay, and Professor Ujjwal Malik for your speech, a very scintillating speech. I think it's going to be enthusing, and we would follow up on your advice. Good morning, everyone. Once again, I would like to welcome Professor Parthapratim Chakraborty, who is a former director and currently professor at Department of Computer Science and Engineering, IIT Kharagpur. Professor Sanghamitra Bandyopadhyay, she is the director of Indian Statistical Institute. Professor Ujjwal Malik from the Department of Computer Science, Jadavpur University. Randhir Kumar, MD Webble. My dear colleagues, the partners who are partnering this particular event with us, the participants who have turned up in very large numbers, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen who are present here for the hackathon and cybersecurity event which has been organized by Calcutta Police. This is the first time we are organizing this event in Calcutta Police. In last few years, the e-governance and e-service delivery, both in public and private space, have expanded substantially. The world is heading towards more and more digitization and cashless transactions. There has been rapid rise in uses of social media as well. The cyberspace has been expanding at a very rapid pace. These and other related developments have exposed more and more people to the dangers of threats of cyber criminals. Incidents of bank fraud, identity theft, phishing, cyberspace extortion, data theft are some of the cyber crimes which are affecting common individuals these days. Apart from this, modern and advanced form of cyber crimes involving ransomware, malware, dark web, cryptocurrency, black hat hacking, they have been affecting individuals as well as organizations. So it is pertinent to mention the form of these cyber crimes in the cyber world they have been rapidly transforming themselves, and it is becoming an enormous challenge for investigators like us to keep up with these developments. Thus, cyber attacks are becoming more pervasive, dynamic, and more and more sophisticated every passing year. We must give profound importance to cybersecurity. I think my previous speakers have spoken about it in great details about it. And it is the need of the hour that all stakeholders have to work together. No single organization has the resources or expertise to combat the advanced nature of such persistent cyber crimes which are being committed. A vibrant partnership between public, private sector and the community as a whole is therefore essential for an effective defense against these sophisticated cyber crimes. The Calcutta Police Hackathon, this is one of such early milestones in strengthening this partnership, and we hope to continue with this in coming years as well. So Professor Bandyopadhyay talked about it, and we will continue with this particular initiative, I hope in future as well. I'm delighted to see almost about 400 participants and cyber security enthusiasts and experts who have assembled here and participating in this particular event. They will have to crack some of the few computer-based challenges in the field of forensics, cyber forensics, app security, dark web, malware analysis, network forensics, steganography, etc. And winners will be selected on the basis of number of challenges they complete at the end in the time allotted to them. The hackathon will be providing a platform to identify emerging cybersecurity talents. We hope to create an ecosystem of continuous and resilient information sharing, thus enabling us to access crucial cyber-related trends and data without any delay. Awareness on cutting-edge technology and advanced cybercrime investigations for police is vital for countering the menace of cybercrime. I'm quite optimistic that the pool of talents who are present here will aid us in the capacity building of the police investigators in coming future. Moreover, we also aspire to take help of experts and enthusiasts identified out of today's hackathon to aid us in advanced cybercrime investigations in future. There is a need for more and more awareness creation amongst people regarding the practice of cyber hygiene. I think this is extremely important that people have to be made more and more aware about the cyber hygiene. I'm hopeful that we would work on this front as well in a more connected manner with this initiative. We could work, we have the renowned academicians from IIT Kharagpur, Jadavpur University and the Indian Statistical Institution amongst us. And as they have also expressed, we also look forward to a partnership with these prestigious institutions in our endeavor to make the cyberspace more secure for the common people. We also have experts from the industry here. We look forward to a similar tie-up with the industry to make the cyberspace secure for the common people. I'm thankful to all our partners and everyone who are present here. And now I declare the hackathon open. Thank you.
Shri Vineet Kumar Goyal, Learned Commissioner of Police, Kolkata, thank you very much. And thank you for declaring the hackathon open. And I'm told that more than 400 participants today have already registered. And it'll be, some of these brilliant minds will fight it out amongst themselves for the top spots. And those attaining those spots will work, I understand, with the Kolkata Police to create a talent pool to work with the guardians of the law to fight cyber crime in the coming years. We shall now say thank you to our revered guests here, and I will request the Learned Commissioner to hand over a few mementos to the guests on the dais. We begin with Dr. Shanghumitra Bandyopadhyay, Director, Indian Statistical Institute. The beautiful crest of the Kolkata Police. Kolkata Police at your service, always out to lend their very dependable arms and hands to the citizens of Kolkata. Professor Parthapratim Chakraborty of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, former Director of the Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. May we request Commissioner Sir to greet Professor Ujjwal Maulik, from the Department of Computer Science, Jadavpur University. And finally, the Secretary, Information and Technology to the Government of West Bengal and Managing Director, Rebel, Sri Randhir Kumar. I think, sir, you need to step forward. There we are. As friends, that concludes the formal inaugural session, after which the competition will begin. But prior to that, I think the dignitaries can leave the dais, but it is over to the other gentleman on the dais, the Chief Technology Officer, IEM Labs, Sri Ritik Lal, for his comments.
So, welcome everyone. This is for all the participants. As declared by Learned Commissioner Sir, we will going to start the hackathon. So, the process to start the hackathon is, you all need to visit this website. I will ask the console to connect my laptop to the source, please. Yeah. So once you go to the Kolkata Police Hackathon.in website, you will get the login/register button here. And here, once you go to the register button, you will need to find out this referral code. This referral code can be gained through this website only. Those who are regular CTF players, I hope this process will be very much easier for you to find out. We will start sharp at 10:30. The starting time will be 10:30 in the timer. I will request the console to reset the score database once, and I will ask the green signal from the console. Are we ready to launch the hackathon? Okay, so we will start in 4 minutes. It's 10:27. We will start sharp at 10:30. So once you go to this page, this invite code challenge you can crack, and then you can go to the formal registration and log into your dashboard to find out the actual machines. Those who will not be able to crack the challenge, this invite code challenge, we will be providing you with the invite code. That's a unique invite code that we will share. Those who will use that invite code shared by us, you will start with a number of -5 in your leaderboard. And those who can crack the challenge and generate their unique invite code, they will start normally. So once the console gives the green signal, we will start. So I will ask all the participants to be ready. We will be starting within 5 minutes. Thank you.